Hey everyone, it's Joy here, and I'm super excited to share two cards with you using the Flower Fields Stamp and Stencil Combo and the Flower Fields 3D Embossing Folder. So here are those products. This is the stamp, and then you have two stencils that go with that, and then the 3D embossing folder. And I'm also going to be using the UR Additions stamp and coordinating die. So let's start by using that 3D embossing folder on some sugar cube cardstock that is A2 size. I'm going to run that through my die cut machine. And then we're going to use the coordinating stencils to stencil the raised images from that embossing folder. I am using Peaches and Cream and Blue Raspberry for the two colors on this card. And then I'm going to add a couple more colors for our second card. Look at how pretty that is. And with the stencil, some of the larger flowers are left white, which is really pretty, or whatever your cardstock color is. So since I used white cardstock, those flowers are going to be left white. So I'm just lining up my stencil, making sure the opening of the stencil is kind of hugging around the embossed images. And I just want to make sure that I have that nice and straight. And then I can start stenciling the next images again. So I'm going to be using the Blue Raspberry and a blender brush. And I'm not going to press down really hard because I don't want to smush the raised images from that embossing folder. So I'm going to go lightly over this, and I love orange and teal colors together. I just think they're so pretty. And so that was definitely my inspiration. But look at how pretty that is. Okay, in the Misti with another A2 size piece, I'm going to start here at the top with pumpkin ink, then Peaches and Cream, then I will use Confetti Cake, and then Blue Raspberry. This is the Flower Fields stamp. This is that nice background stamp, and when you ink it up, it's going to ink up the background, not your images, which I think is really a lot of fun. So I'm going to get my ink blending here, and I am going to bring in a blender brush just to soften the edges where the colors meet. I'm trying not to overlap too much between the orange and the blue because I don't want a funky color, but I am going to use my sentiments to kind of hide that area because I just love these colors together. So let's ink this up one more time so we can get a really nice, good inked up image. I'm going to do the top two colors, which again are Pumpkin and Peaches and Cream, and then the bottom two, which is Confetti Cake and Blue Raspberry. So I'm going to ink that one more time, and then we can press that down and we have our second background. I love products like these because it really makes making cards fast and easy. So this is a perfect product for mass producing, you know, not a crazy amount of cards, but a good amount of cards. In the Misti, I'm also stamping with Oreo ink the UR Additions stamp set. So you have all of these great sentiments, and I will stamp the UR sentiment one more time separately off camera because I need two of those. But look at the font on these. I love the size of these sentiments, and I'm going to use multiple sentiments for my cards. So let's tape down the coordinating dies in place. And then we can just die cut. And this is another great way to mass produce cards. If you're just going to use one sentiment per card, you already have a ton of sentiments that you can use really quickly. So I'm going to run that through my die cut machine. And this is on sugar cube cardstock with Oreo ink. And then you can just pop these out, and we have all of these gorgeous, gorgeous sentiments. And I love the black against these colors of ink. I'm going to trim up that one panel just about 1/4 of an inch off of two sides. And then I have foam adhesive strips on the back of all of my sentiments. So I'm going to line this one up that says "You are the best," and I like how it separates those colors. And then this one, I'm just going to center all these sentiments, and it's going to say "You are awesome, one of a kind, and inspiration." I love cards that you can just add a ton of sentiments to, and this is a perfect way to do this. And I think this one is my favorite card because I love that peaches and cream. I think it's so pretty, and with that really, with the white background, it's just a very soft card, but I love both of them. But I think this is my favorite. And then both of these will be adhered to a white A2 size card base. And then I'm going to finish off this stamped card with some of these white rhinestones. I'm going to put those in the centers of all of the full flowers and a couple of the half flowers. And there's different sizes, so I'm using larger ones and smaller ones just to kind of fit each of the flowers. But I like to put them in place and see how it looks. And it just gives a little shimmer and shine to this one. I am not going to add these to the embossed card. I just like it just how it is, and I didn't want to add anything else to it. So let's add a little bit of glue and we can adhere those rhinestones in place. And you can see that this is adhered to a white A2 size card base. It has a little bit of a white frame around it. But let's take a look at these up close. I just think that stamp is so fantastic. What a great background stamp. And again, those sentiments are wonderful. And then this is that stenciled and 3D embossed background. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope you enjoyed this project. You can find all of these products at the Tailored Expressions web store at tailoredexpressions.com.